y'all gonna do lunch? Walk for a while. Well, I'll get started. If a few people walk in, that's fine. I'm going to keep this pretty informal. I'm going to walk around a lot during the presentation, so don't let that freak you out. So my name is Brian Gaynor. It's on the back of your sheet, my contact information. So it's kind of like John Boehner, the former Speaker of the House, but it's with a G. So it looks like Goner, but it's technically Gaynor. So I'm with the Office of National Scholarship Advisement, better known as ONSA. And so we are housed in Tempe, but we're actually available for all 4 campuses. So all students, honors or non-honors, all 4 campuses. So everyone in this room, if you're an ASU student, is eligible to apply for some of these awards. So what our office does is we help publicize national scholarship opportunities, so national and international actually. We advise the current students based on your interests and what might be appropriate. So what happens is I will typically be the one that meets with you first, and we'll have just a conversation. I'll have you bring in your resume and transcript, and we'll just have a conversation. What's your major? What are you hoping to do? And usually we can target 2 or 3 or 4 opportunities that are really good fits. We oversee campus selection committees, so a lot of these, you're actually going to get a mock interview with campus faculty that are familiar with your scholarship or the area that you're looking to go through. So we provide guidance throughout this entire process. And these are nationally competitive scholarships. So I want to clear up, first of all, that we're not general financial aid for your ASU tuition and fees. These awards are, they still offer money, but they offer experiences above and beyond. Study abroad, maybe a leadership conference in Washington, D.C. If you're in a STEM major, it might be a research lab. So they're experiences above and beyond, and they're all very prestigious. The funding is extramural, meaning it's not ASU funding. It's funding from government agencies, the Bill and Melinda Gates Foundation, for example. So these are not ASU scholarships. They're outside scholarships that we're helping you to win. They are all very prestigious, so the money's not the major benefit. I know when you hear the word scholarships, it's like I'm applying to get some money. But it really is about the prestige, winning the award, having this on my resume, etc. It's a lifetime of recognition, and I can't stress this enough, incredible experiences. I see literally hundreds of students win these awards, and they come back from whatever they're doing, study abroad, research labs, leadership, and they just come back so excited. So they're really great opportunities. So in general, it is financial support, access to highly prestigious institutions, research, a lot of international experience. I'm going to talk about that a little bit more. A lot of these, you're building a network of future leaders. And this is a key point. The process can be a good learning experience and serve as a stepping stone. So how many of you are freshmen right now? Ooh, a lot of them. Sophomores, juniors, seniors. Okay, so even if you're a junior, senior, that's fine. If you're just getting started on this. But I saw a lot of freshmen, sophomore, and that got me really excited. Because you guys literally can be starting this process now. So a lot of times what happens, a freshman might apply for an award, and they may or may not win. Sometimes they win, sometimes they don't. But going through the process, working with our faculty on an essay, working with a mock committee, all of those things are going to prep them for later and prep them for internships and jobs and grad school and all that good stuff. So they are really great experiences just going through the process. So who's the ideal applicant? If I could take a picture, I would take a picture and then I'd put it up there. Because everyone in this room is the ideal applicant. If you're an ASU student, if you're sitting in this room, if you're learning about these, then you're a great candidate. So everyone's unique. We all have strengths and weaknesses. So that's what we're going to do. Our faculty, we're going to try to figure out, okay, what are some things that you're really strong at? What are some things you could be working at? So we're going to help you build the best possible portfolio. So in general, those 4 things, the common areas for evaluation for a nationally competitive award are academics, activities, personal statements, and recommendation letters. So I'm just going to quickly cover each of these. So academics, obviously this is your ASU transcript. And I want to make a couple key points. Wherever you are, freshman through senior, they're looking at GPA in context and appropriate curriculum. So what that means is try to push yourself. Again, these are nationally competitive. So you're always thinking, I don't want to just do the minimum to get by. Are there things I can do to set me apart? So if you could be taking a harder class, or here's a good example. I came from Fulton Engineering as an advisor for 6 years. So some of my students would take a slough class. Now I was a swimmer, so I won't pick on swimmers. Swimming 101. Maybe I get a swimming class and I get 3 credits of A because it was a really easy class. Although now Michael Phelps would be your teacher, and I don't think it'd be easy. But if you take classes like that and you're an engineering major, then the faculty looking at these, or the judges looking at these, are going to be like, oh, he padded his resume and transcript with the easy classes. So they're going to look at that. Grade trends, very important. If you had a bad semester or a bad year, for whatever reasons, you were in the wrong major, maybe you had a death in the family, you got sick, family members got sick, that's okay, you're human, people are human. And we can help explain that in your application. So I often work with students who, they did really well, and then they had this like, whoa, what happened? And then once we talked, it's like, oh, I totally get it. So let's weave that in the essay, or we'll figure out a way to explain that. So don't think you're disqualified. And then again, if you can do things above and beyond, present at conferences, publish in journals, etc., that's gonna help set you apart. So for leadership and service, I hope if you're juniors, seniors, you've been involved in something, clubs, organizations, service, community service, things like that. If you're freshman, sophomore, absolutely try to broaden yourself so you're not just going to classes. Try to join a student organization, try to get some community service. And the key point, I underline outcomes, not titles. So I used to work in the Student Organization Resource Center at the Tempe campus. We had about 800 clubs. Now I guess it's 1,200, maybe more than that. But I oversaw about 800 student organizations, everything from the hiking club and sailing club to engineering club and all the academic clubs. So I would help them with officer transition, with event planning, with risk management, all those things. So every year I know how this works. So at the end of the year, say March, April, I'm the I'm the graduating senior, right? I'm the president of the club and I'm leaving. So I'm giving you the binder. So now you're the incoming sophomore. Hey, congratulations, here's your binder. Well, and if the next year she just keeps the club going, same activities, same meetings, that's okay, at least she kept the club running, but no new ideas, no new initiatives, no taking it to a new level. So that's what I mean by outcomes. Like, what did you do? That's why I ask my students all the time. I was in this and this and this and president of this. I go, but what did you do? So you're trying to make an impact, ideally. Personal statements, I'm not going to cover this too much because this is where we're going to work with you very extensively on any of these scholarships. But just in general, I do want to put out the second bullet, don't bury the lead. That means keep your most important points right away. Like, I've been a judge for a couple of these awards, and I can tell you, if I have to skim to the third, fourth, eighth paragraph to find out, like, where are you going, what are you doing, what was your major, then it's going to get lost. So a lot of younger writers tend to have all these big stories, and then the important stuff is buried way down there. But we're going to help you with that extensively. We also offer personal writing workshops, so don't worry about the essays, you're going to be covered on that. And then letters of rec. This is very important, not only for national competitive scholarships, but for everything moving forward. This is incredibly important. If you remember nothing else about this next 30, 40 minutes, please remember this. Anytime you ask a letter writer, and in general, these should be faculty. You should be cultivating faculty relationships. If you're freshman, sophomore, obviously you have more time. If you're junior, senior, then I really think you need a faculty person or two in your back pocket before you graduate. Meaning, you go see them after class. You go to their office hours. You say, hey, do you want to grab coffee, Dr. So-and-so? And I just want to kind of talk, let you know who I am. You want to have a faculty or two that are on your side that can write you a good letter of recommendation for grad schools, internships, or these. Give them time. So give them, I know 4 weeks sounds like a long time, but 2 to 4 weeks is kind of standard. You don't want to just drop a letter on them. Even if they're not writing it till the day before, at least I knew about it. So if I've had students ask me for letters, and I might not do it until that day or the night before, but that's on me. I knew about it, it was on my calendar, and then it pops up like, oh, I gotta get this letter written, right? Allow them to say no. So sometimes a faculty might say no because they don't know you well enough, or any letter writer. I've had to do that too. I've had students, they came to a workshop, and maybe I talked to them for 5 minutes, and they said, hey, can you write me a letter? I said, I can't. I don't even know you. Like, I haven't worked with you, I haven't seen you in action. So that's okay. Like, if they say no, or they might not have time. It might be someone you're hoping to count on, and they're like, I'm just swamped right now, I'm so sorry. That's okay. Just let them say no, move on, find someone else. And then the key point, give them everything they need. You're almost writing it for them. So information on the scholarship, so give them point by point. Like, don't print out the Udall website with 6 pages of web pages. Give them bullets. Udall's looking for this, 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 and this, and I've done this, 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 and this. So anytime you're asking for a letter, you want to make it really easy. And again, when I've written letters, I had one for, it's like a Rotary scholarship, and the student was great. It's like Rotary's looking for these skills, and then here's my resume, and I've highlighted where this fits. And it's like, oh, this is fantastic. You know, it probably took me 20 minutes to write that letter. So give them everything, give them your resume, and then give them a little draft, maybe a paragraph, like what gets you jazzed about whatever you're applying for, whether it's a scholarship or an internship. So please follow that for any time you're doing any kind of letter, because I think that's very important. So the sheet that you have, there's, I believe, 18 nationally competitive scholarships. Now, I want to state, first of all, I'm part of an organization called NAFA, the National Association of Fellowships Advisors. There's actually a profession out there, a career, that you are fellowships advisors. So there's about 500 members across the United States. Out of all the other colleges, the list you have are kind of the common ones most colleges are going to advise. There's actually about 140 that we know of nationally competitive scholarships, meaning you're competing with other people across the country. So there's literally over 100. But the list I gave you are the common, say 18 to 20, but there are about 50 on our database. So if you go to the ONSA website, it's on the back, onsa.asu.edu, and there's a scholarship database, you might search and find a niche one that we might not be publicizing today, but like, oh, this would be a really good fit for me. So keep that in mind. And then for today, I broke this down on purpose. Study abroad, and then policy, research, I would even say like STEM. You can make that one pretty broad. And so it's not a lot I'm going to cover today, but I just want to give you kind of a sampling of ones that you might be good candidates for based on downtown majors. I also want to ask a favor. When I present this workshop, sometimes it might not apply to you. As we're going through the scholarship, like say Gilman, I'm going to come up with that one in a minute. Gilman, you have to have a federal Pell Grant to be eligible. It's the only one of all the ones we work with that have a financial aid component. So say you don't have a Pell Grant, instead of tuning it out like, oh, this doesn't fit me, but you're like, ooh, I think Joe might have a Pell Grant. Or like if we're looking at one that is for STEM majors and you're not STEM, but your roommate or friend is, maybe make a note. And then like, oh, I'm going to share this with so-and-so because I think this would be a good fit. Because that way I'm reaching more students, like through you and your friends, the network's going to grow. And there might be a really good fit for someone you know. So, I'm going to go back. Before I move on, the study abroad, the reason I put this separate, this is really important. I do Gilman workshops with the ASU Study Abroad office. So we come downtown, we go to all 4 campuses. So half, 20 minutes, is I talk about Gilman and how to be competitive. The other 20 minutes Study Abroad talks about ASU Study Abroad, 300 programs, how to get started, financial aid that they offer, etc. Why do you think studying abroad is important? So the point I'll start with this. What percentage of U.S. undergraduate students study abroad? Yes?
3%.
How much?
3%.
That's 3%. Good guess. Not quite, but anyone else? Throw out anything. Based on what you think. 10? So I often get 10, 15, 1.5. Okay, pay close attention to this. 1.5% of U.S. undergraduates study abroad. 98.5% do not. If you're the 1.5% who studies abroad, and that's on your resume, I can tell you that's a game changer. Companies, it's a global world, so I actually have articles. I'm going to add these to the slides. I just didn't have time this morning. I found articles where companies are saying we can't find enough students who've been abroad who have a global perspective and who can add value to our company. Like they're trying, but they can't get enough graduates who've done it. So that alone, but the experience is actually even better. Like going abroad, meeting new people, exploring new cultures, like that's really why the students go. And then they come back and say, oh, I can put this on my resume. It's like, yeah, you're going to put that in your resume. So if you hadn't thought about going abroad before you came to this room today, I actually would say stretch your mind and think, I'm going to try to make this happen at some point. And you can even do it as a grad student, so it's not like you're too late if you're about to graduate. So the first one I want to talk about is critical languages scholarship, because this is open to all undergrads, freshmen, sophomore, junior, seniors. We've got a bunch of students applying for this. Unfortunately, the deadline is really fast. If you were trying to meet this one, I think it's November 16th, but don't quote me. So it'd be really hard to put this together in 2 weeks, but you could get this cycle. Otherwise, I'd say go for next cycle next year. But what happens with this one, it's a really cool program to learn one of 14 languages. So you're going to pick, now these are not commonly taught, these are critical languages. So these are things like, they're not Spanish, French, German, common languages that are taught in high schools and colleges. These are things like Hindi, Japanese, Chinese, I can't remember all. There's 14 languages. So what they do, this is fully funded. That's why I love this program. They fly you to Washington, D.C. You do an orientation with a bunch of other U.S. students. Then you fly to one of 14 language centers around the world. And you're in that country diving into the language all day in a classroom. In those 8 to 10 weeks, you get what's worth 1 to 1.5 years of college language. So you get academic credit through another college, like it's going to transfer back to SU. So you're getting credit, you're learning a language, and you're diving into the culture. So you're in the classroom during the day, and you're out and about and learning this country and meeting people and just exploring. So it's a really cool way to have a safe study abroad experience with a group of US students and US faculty teaching you in a classroom, but in a different place. And it's fully paid. So that's one, if you haven't really thought about language, it might be at least something to put on the list. Now the Gilman, this is one that's near and dear to my heart because I am the advisor for this one. So a lot of these are faculty, Dr. Jackie Scott or Dr. Kyle Mox, they're gonna be your advisor. This one's me. I love this scholarship. We've had a ton of winners from downtown campus, from West Campus, lots of Tempe, and I think we're still working on Poly. I'm trying to get Poly. But a lot of downtown winners for sure. So what this is, the reason I love this Gilman wants to send more students abroad who normally would not study abroad. So it tends to be first generation college students. So the first one in your family to go to college, or the first one to ever study abroad. Because that's really a game changer. If no one in your family's ever studied abroad, Gilman loves to see that in the essay. Diverse ethnic backgrounds, underrepresented fields of study, which includes STEM. So if you're science, technology, engineering, math, you get a bump if you're a Gilman app. Physical, language, learning disabilities, etc. Not traditional ages. So I actually was at the downtown campus. I had a single mom, probably, I hate to ever guess ladies' ages, but her kids were in college. We'll say she's 40s, whatever. Her kids were in college, she's a single mom, so she's going back to school. And she said, I've always wanted to study abroad. I go, guess what? This is your perfect scholarship. Because being in your 40s, not being 18, 19, 20, Gilman loves that. Now, if you are 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, and you don't have these diverse backgrounds, that's okay. It's like, you're still gonna compete for Gilman, but just those are the students they really, really want to see apply for this. So the intent is to get more students to study abroad. Ideally, you're gonna choose a non-traditional country, which is, you can still win Western Europe, Australia, New Zealand, but the problem is, like, I'm just gonna pick on Italy. So I do this workshop for Gilman, and I tell students, go to Italy or France later in life. But for Gilman to be competitive, try to pick Chile or South America or, China, whatever. Pick something else. And then the Gilman applicants come in from ASU, and last year we had about 32 for the summer, and 22 of the 32 were Italy, France, and Germany. And I was just like, oh, and mostly Italy. Like I just would see that just like, oh no. So that would just help your odds. If you give something else, it doesn't mean you can't go. It means we have to write a very competitive application. So the key is Pell Grant, you have to have a Pell Grant, and you're studying abroad for a minimum of 28 days in one country. So when you're picking your program, it is important that you pick, it's about a month. So a month or longer, so you can do summer, fall, spring, and study abroad in our office works like this on it. So they know if you're picking like a 3-week program, it's like that's not gonna actually be Gilman eligible. So maybe we look at a different one. So that's the only 2 caveats. Here's what I love. 2,800 scholarships last year, up to $5,000. So this is not like 50 students win this or 75 students win this. No, 2,800 scholarships. The awards vary based on how long you're going. The shorter you go, like the minimum of a month, tends to be about $3,000. If you go 2 or 3 months, it tends to be $4,000 or $5,000. You can get an additional $3,000 for a critical need language. So see how you can piggyback this? 1 year you do a critical language scholarship and do a language in a country. Then the next year you do a Gilman and you get an additional $3,000. So you can win up to $8,000 on a Gilman. You just get a check. They write you a check, basically defray tuition, room, board, etc. So what's fun about this one, you don't find out until the last minute. So I've got to make that clear. If you're going to study abroad, you first and foremost work with Study Abroad Office on their scholarships. Your own financial aid actually might increase. So when you pick a program, there's a cost sheet for every single program. that cost sheet of estimates, airfare, tuition, whatever the costs are, that goes to the financial aid office automatically. So they're going to look at your financial aid. Now summer's harder because I know a lot of times financial aid offices run out of money for the summer. But if they have money and they see that you have a higher need because you do this program, they might even up your financial aid. So first, do that. First, try to get all of your funding lined up. So one of my students I worked with as a freshman, he's W.B. Carey, supply chain management. So he wanted to go to China for a semester to study supply chain management in China, which makes a lot of sense. So he applied for Gilman his freshman year, and he wanted to then go fall of his sophomore year. You don't find out sometimes until the last minute. And so he had everything lined up, all of his funding except for a $1,000 loan. And he's like, it's worth $1,000 for me to spend a semester in China. At the last minute, he got a $5,000 check from Gilman. So he got to like get rid of that loan, and he just said, yeah, I got like $4,000 extra in my pocket. So he had a good time. He's now a junior, and I see him all the time. He's going to be applying for some other awards moving forward. But I served as a judge in March, and that's the other reason I'm really excited about this next cycle coming up, because I was a judge in Houston. So I read 72 Gilman applicants from across the country, not ASU obviously. By going through that process, and then we actually picked 20 winners and 6 alternates. I could not leave that room until they paired me up with another judge. We had to give them 20 winners and 6 alternates. By doing that, it was actually a no-brainer. I started getting like, oh, this is a winning Gilman, and this is not. So now when I'm giving you advice, I can tell you when I read your essay, like, talk more about this, move this up, let's do this, let's change this. To the point, I can't guarantee you're gonna win. I can never guarantee that, because it's out of our hands. How many applied for that country? You know, you might have bad luck and you pick Costa Rica at the same time 1,200 students pick Costa Rica, you know? But in terms of being competitive, yes, if you go through me for help, I promise you I'll make the most competitive candidate possible. In general, Gilman has about a 1 in 3 success rate, but if you pick the right country and work with our office, it's 1 in 2 or higher. So a 50-50 shot to win a $5,000 scholarship is well worth it. So I highly encourage you to consider that. The Killam, this one's fun. That's a Canadian passport, because this is a Fulbright candidate. I love this award too because it's kind of underutilized at ASU. It's Canada. You're going to do an exchange. You're going to do a study abroad at Canada. And that could be just about any school. They have a list of schools on their website. So you're going to do a semester or an academic year. Most students do a semester. So here's what's cool about this. You find a Canadian university that maybe has your program in social work, in health, in whatever your major is. And you find classes that you could not take here, or you find things that would complement that you would not be able to get here. Plus you're on a Fulbright, very important, you're on a Fulbright award to go to Canada. So because it's an exchange, we send students to Canada, and Canada sends students to ASU. And so you're paid all your same ASU tuition, you get all your same ASU financial aid. It's like you haven't left. So you pay the same amounts, but then you go to Canada and you get an additional $5,000 per semester. So that's the scholarship. Also, there's a 3-day orientation in Ottawa and a 3-day spring seminar in DC. This is what I meant by experiences above and beyond. Not only do you get to spend a semester in Canada at a different university, you get to do this orientation in Ottawa and then DC. So you're meeting other students, you're meeting other Fulbright Killam students. So it's just a really cool opportunity. I know it says sophomores through seniors, and I think that's how it's on your list. Freshmen are technically eligible. It'd just be probably hard to compete as a freshman because you haven't really built up a track record. But we have a lot of sophomores who win this award, and juniors and seniors. So that deadline's actually coming up very quickly. Like, I think it's about a month away. So if you're interested in this next cycle and you want to get into the loop ASAP. Public policy and international affairs. This one's fun too. The deadline was yesterday. So your next round is a year from now. Those are 2 downtown students. So Jamie and Baltazar, I got to work with them last year. This is the first year we ever worked on this scholarship. So we had 2 students apply, both students won it. What is so cool about this one is it's a fully paid 7-week program at Princeton, Carnegie Mellon, Berkeley, Michigan, or the University of Minnesota. And I don't think Minnesota's on that list yet because they just got added. You're basically doing the 7-week intensive seminar after your junior year. So this one you can only apply fall of your junior year, and then you go the summer after your junior year. So again, if it applies to you, awesome. If it's other friends of yours, like, oh, I know students in public policy or Cronkite journalism or whatever, that would be great fits. So not only did Jamie and Balthazar have this amazing experience as a junior, and now they're back here as seniors at the downtown campus, they now have priority graduate school admission for their masters at Princeton, Carnegie Mellon, Berkeley, Michigan, Minnesota, and 60 other grad schools. With a minimum of $5,000 funding, but that minimum is wink, wink. So I talked to John Templeton from Princeton. He came out here and we had an information session. Off to the side, he basically told me, oh, if you get picked for PPIA, your grad school's paid for at one of those schools, or 60 other ones. So that's why this is a game changer. Jamie and Balthazar, I don't think they even realize what that means yet, but when they get done with their senior year, they're going to have an amazing grad experience. That is fully paid. So check that out. Goldwater. So for the STEM majors in the room, this is the creme de la creme, the premier STEM scholarship for undergraduates. If you win a Goldwater, I can guarantee you, like, you're going to be set for life for grad schools, PhD, whatever. So it's science, technology, engineering, math. But the key on this one is research, research, research. You've got to be doing something with the faculty in a research lab, and you can only apply your sophomore and or junior years. So sophomores, juniors in STEM, that would be a Goldwater. They don't support med school, so I worked in biomedical engineering, and I had a lot of biomedical students who were thinking about masters and med school. I said, well, if you're thinking maybe grad, why don't we talk about the grad? And we just won't talk about med school yet. Because if you know you're going to be a doctor, then yeah, don't apply for this. But if you're going to do research medicine, or some other things, then Goldwater would be applicable. So, I already gave it away. But I just want you to know, every school in the country gets to nominate 4 total. So Harvard gets 4, Stanford gets 4, we all get 4. We had 3 winners last year. So Barrett, Chris, and Kaylee, I got to know all 3 of them, and they're just phenomenal students. They won it as a junior. We have sophomores win, but they happen to be juniors. Chris in the middle applied twice. He applied his sophomore year, and then he won it as junior. It's just been so cool to watch them on this journey and how much they've grown in their research and working on the scholarship and working with their faculty. So they're guaranteed they're going to go on to PhD school somewhere, and they're going to be paid for it. So the UDAL, I'm actually working on this one right now. So we just did workshops last week, and I'm just starting to work with students. So this is sophomores and juniors also, just by coincidence, Goldwater and UDAL. Both of them happen to be famous Arizonans, Barry Goldwater, Mo UDAL, and Stuart UDAL. So this one is all about environmental issues, so sustainability, environmental, and there's a lot of majors that can fit, including journalism, if you're going to be covering environmental topics, or Native Americans. Now, even though it says tribal public policy or Native American healthcare, UDAL has actually clarified that if you're going to make a difference in the Indian country, if you're going to make an impact somehow with the Native American community, then UDAL's still a good fit for sophomores and juniors. So we're actually reaching out to all the students that are within those areas. So it's a broad spectrum. Now this one funds up to $7,000, which is great. So $7,000 for your junior and senior year. But you're also part of a 4-day scholar orientation, which is mind-blowing. I got to go to that in Tucson last year. I'll show you the picture. And you're also part of a network of 1,300 other UDAL alumni and policymakers and congressmen and other folks. So if you're into environmental issues or Native American issues, this is an amazing alumni network to be part of. So that is last year's group. I absolutely love being down there. We had a couple winners. I don't have my laser thing on, but we've got a guy right down here that's Vid Pacific, and then there's one way up in the corner, Daniela. But there was 60 other UDAL winners. So these are from all states that got together for 4 days in Tucson. Kind of the gentleman with the, you can see the tie, that's former Senator Mark Udall. And so he was Senator of Colorado from 2009 till 2015. And so you're literally mixing and mingling with senators, congressmen, public policymakers, etc. Plus, they're just a fun group. I had more fun on that. I was there 3 out of 4 days, and they're just amazing. So if you don't fit that, but you know students that do, I'm working with students right now, and I'd love to get them started on it. The Truman Scholarship, this is, I wish my laser's not working. The blue tie, the first one with the blue tie is Frank Smith. He was one of your downtown students. downtown student body president. Frank won this a year and a half ago. So he's now a Truman for life. And that was the regional competition where they chose the Western region, Arizona, Utah, Colorado. So what this is, it's a public service scholarship. So anyone that's in, you don't have to be a major in public service, I'll show you on the next slide. But basically, it's going to pay $30,000 for grad school. So you win this as a junior, and now you know you have $30,000 for your grad school. So your whole senior year, you're just like chilling, because like I already know I have $30,000 for grad school. So Frank had a pretty good senior year, I think, knowing that going in. But the key is you've got to be committed to being a change agent in government, nonprofit, or educational institutions. And that's why that can be a pretty broad area. So the traditional fields, when I started advising this, I thought it was just those, public policy, political science, you know, things that you would think fit change agent for public good. But no, we've had winners in engineering, environmental management, social sciences, you name it. So the whole thing is to be a Truman, your junior year, we're gonna know if you're a good candidate or not. But you've just made a difference and you're gonna continue making a difference, whatever that is. So if that fits you or your friends, we are working on that one right now. Even though deadline's soon, our director, Dr. Kyle Knox, he'd make that work. We can wiggle room that a little bit. And then last but not least, I always want to end on a Fulbright, because just like that slide earlier where I said, who's the ideal candidate? And I said, I want to take a picture of the room. I want to take a picture of the room for this. You're all Fulbright candidates. And when I work with students, a lot of times, especially like freshmen, sophomores, but even later, like if they're juniors, seniors, I said, you need to apply for Fulbright. And they're like, oh, I'm not a Fulbright. I'm like, why do you say that? I think sometimes people get this mixed up with Rhodes. A Rhodes Scholar is 32 students a year, super competitive. We haven't won in years. Mostly Ivies, Harvard, Yale, Princeton, etc. 32 a year, 2,000 Fulbright a year. Okay, so this isn't like, they're not even comparable. This is for any undergraduate major, so that's why you're all eligible, to study, basically to study or teach abroad for about 10 months after you graduate. The whole thing with Fulbright, it's mutual understanding between countries. So Fulbright does not track GPA. This is not about I'm a 4.0 and I've cured cancer and blah, blah, blah. These are students who want to go abroad and immerse in a culture. So that's where, if you want some of these other ones, so Gilman, for example, Fulbright has actually told us Gilman is a feeder for Fulbright. If you want a Gilman, if you want to kill them, if you've done any of these study abroad, they love seeing that for Fulbright. You don't have to, but it's certainly not going to hurt you. So you either do research study, what that is you're reaching out to a faculty or a research lab, or maybe you're doing film, and you're going to do film in this production company for that year. The bottom line is, whoever you reach out to, if you do the research one, then they have to give you a letter of endorsement. Like you, Dr. So-and-so, if I win a Fulbright, can I work in your lab for a year under your direction? Yes, that'd be great. And then they give you a letter that says that. More commonly, most of our students do the English teaching assistantship. So what that is 20 to 30 hours in a classroom helping. You're not the teacher, you're the assistant. You're helping little kids, middle school, high school. You're helping them learn English. You're helping, what's an American like? You're like representing the United States. So cultural activities, they're gonna ask you all kinds of crazy questions because you are maybe the only American they've ever seen. So they're not looking for just teachers. People that have done relevant experiences. Maybe you've been a coach. I was a swim instructor. You could be a CA. You could have taught Sunday school. I mean, just if you look like you can interact with people pretty well, then that's fine. That's what they're looking for. But they want you to go to that country and immerse. They don't want you just going in your room at night and playing computer games. They want you out and about and meeting people. It's all about mutual understanding between cultures. So again, there were 900 research last year, 1,100 English teaching. So 2,000 Fulbright awards. It's significant, and we were 5th in the United States, behind Harvard, Michigan, Northwestern, Yale. While they won a few more, and not a lot more, we won 22, Harvard won 31. Harvard sent 132 students forward. We sent 72 students forward. So our percentage is one of the best in the United States. If you apply for Fulbright through our office, you have a really good shot of getting one. And the cool thing is you can reapply multiple times. So you're an alumni of ASU for life. So most students apply for this. You start around spring break of your junior year. You're working on it over the summer before your senior year because it's due right away in September of your senior year. So you can't just like get started in August. So that kind of your cue is, all right, when I'm going to be a senior, I got to start working on this at least over the summer. If you decide to wait, that's fine. You can apply a year later, or you can reapply a year later, 5 years later, 10 years later, whatever. You're an alumni for life. So you literally can apply for this from now until whatever that last date is, that you're not on this planet anymore. So I highly encourage you to somewhere make a note, like I'm going to go for Fulbright at some point. So that's a lot of information in a very short period of time, and you've got more in your sheet, but I am probably the best person to contact for general questions. So you have Dr. Kyle Mox on that list, but I would say don't start with Dr. Mox, start with me. So all this information is on your handout, so you don't need to write anything down. Go on our website, kind of check some things out too. We do happen to be located on the Tempe campus in the Barrett Honors Complex, but again, you do not have to be a Barrett student. If you meet with me in person and you've never been to the Barrett Honors Complex, please know there's gates, but they're not locked during the day. I've had students just stand outside the gate, and it's like, no, come in, come on, you can come in. Like, so 8 to 5 it's open, like don't be intimidated by that if you want to meet in person at Tempe. I do get downtown about once a month. We can do Skype, we can do phone. I do a lot of phone appointments. I actually don't like Skype, because I don't want you to see me. So, I just feel funny about that. So, I'll do phone, we'll call it a phone appointment. But, if any of them are of interest, you want to talk a little more, you want to get started, at any point, you can actually schedule your own appointment through AdviceStream, or you can call our front desk, that's fine too. Just if you're going to do a phone appointment, please just make that really clear. If you book it through AdviceStream, even if you mention that, we've seen this glitch, it doesn't come up on our calendar like phone appointment, it's way in the, like we have to open the appointment and we see like, oh, this is a phone appointment. So we've missed, like we're sitting at our desk, like, oh, we have a no-show. And then they'll call our front desk, like, Dr. Mox was supposed to talk to me. And then, or me, Brian was supposed to talk to me 5 minutes ago. I'm like, oh, I didn't know it was phone. So you might have to like bug us or call us or whatever. But couple minutes, are there any just general questions that you think others might have? For the good of the order, I know sometimes that's intimidating. So if you want to hold it for a minute, that's fine too. But anything, like I think a lot of people might have this question I want to ask. Or not. So I'll stay for a few minutes afterwards. Feel free to let me know, but thank you so much for your time. I appreciate it.